Okay, so we're going to wrap up chapter 3, doing 3.5, which is over graphing. If you have that graphing calculator, or if you downloaded the graphing calculator onto your computer from the link that I emailed, it'll come in handy. If you didn't get the email, you may want to start checking your email. And also, I will post the link on that page where I've put the other links for our meetings and for the videos. So here we go. So 3.5, now we're going to talk about equations of lines. So in equations of lines, let's see, let me get this where it writes a little skinnier, where it's not taking up so much space. So we're going to be looking at y equals mx plus b a lot. Also keep in mind that sometimes your equations will be given to you in ax plus by equals c form. This form is standard, so they may ask you to convert to standard form, or they may give you the equation in standard form. This is your slope-intercept form. And these are the three that you need to make sure you know. Intercept form. And then another one we're going to look at is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And these are pretty much all interchangeable. This one is called point slope form. And I apologize for my handwriting. Okay, so these are the three forms that we're going to look at. So make sure you know which one is which. Here we go. And I'll apologize if my grandson starts talking to me in the background or anything. I'll have to push pause and come back, so I apologize. All right, so the first objective is we're going to use slope-intercept form. So slope-intercept form, automatically tell your brain to think y equals mx plus b. And we're going to graph it. So in the past sections, they've been giving us these equations and things like that, and we've been having to create these tables where we had to assign values to x, or maybe we had to find the intercepts. And we had to do this by creating a table. So we would have to take the equation, and however many values of x or y we had, we would have to do the math 3 times or 4 times or whatever on the same equation. Well, now you're going to be able to look at the equation and graph it based on the numbers that are in the equation. It's much easier and a little less time consuming as well. So slope-intercept form. So we know y equals mx plus b is our slope-intercept form, where m is your slope. So remember the number in front of x. M is for mountains, and mountains have slope. And then your b, which is your y-intercept. Okay, so slope, this thing is missing its, well, let me do this. Slope equals m, oops, not j, just m will do. Okay, so we know that the slope is m and that 0b is the y-intercept. Okay, so slope y-intercept, and make sure you're using the sign that's in front of the respective number. Okay, so to use slope-intercept form to graph the equation. All right, so let me slide this around a little bit so we can see it. All right, so we know that in the equation y equals mx plus b, m is the number that's in front of x. So this is your m, and b is the number that's by itself. So this is your b. So the slope is 3 over 5, and your y-intercept is -2. So this is how I always told my kids in Algebra 1 to graph this equation just by looking at it. You always begin with the b. So you begin with the number that's by itself. Since this is your y-intercept, then go to the y-axis and find that number. So I'm going to go down here and I'm going to find -2 on my y-axis. From this point, so this is your beginning point, you're going to go up 3 and over 5. So from this point, you're going to rise 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to run 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is your next point. Now you have 2 points and you can connect the dots because you only need 2 points to connect and make a line. So now you don't have to create the table. Now you can just put it in y equals mx plus b form, and you can graph the 2 numbers that are in the equation by using your rise over your run. All right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to use the slope-intercept form to write an equation. So find the equation of a line that has the y-intercept of 0, -2, and a slope of 3 over 5. So now instead of me giving you the equation and you give me the slope and the y-intercept, I'm going to give you the intercept and the slope, and you're going to write the equation. There's nothing to do here except plug the numbers in. So we know m is for mountains, and mountains have slope. So if slope is 3 over 5, then that means I'm going to replace